What's going on, guys? It's No Pioneer Sport Cards. Hope you guys are doing well. It's been too long, but we're going to be doing another F1 month. I can't even call it monthly review. Just look at the market, basically. As you can see, the last time I did this was in February, and I called it April, but it is practically already May. So while it says I've only skipped 1 month, basically been I've skipped 2 months. But it's been a crazy season so far. We've had how many races? I think 4 or 5 races so far. Been a lot of fun. Without further ado, we can just dive right into it. So, Lewis Hamilton's stuff for Sapphire Raw is impossible to find. So I have decided I'm giving up on that category because I cannot find any comps in the past like 2 months, and I'm tired of trying to find them. So that category, for all intents and purposes, does not exist for me anymore. Hamilton's Chrome Raw stuff performing fine. Verstappen, I was actually surprised to see that he's had a 37% jump since February. I thought this was gonna be a lot less. So that's nice to see. But as you just keep looking, you just see green throughout percentages. And this red you'll see is the smallest red. Like 1% on Hamilton, that's nothing. 4% on Russell, that's not much either. Um yeah, it's been pretty crazy. And as you can see, we have a new addition to this list for colors. We don't have there's not even a blue on here anymore, which means like about 5%. Actually, I probably could have put it for the Hamilton Sapphire and the Russell, but I wasn't really thinking. But we have a new addition in the purple, which is just god tier gains, is what I'm gonna call it, for Charles Leclerc, who I have been preaching was going to do this, and just because I want to have some fun, I'm gonna post just a lot of clips of me right now talking about buying Leclerc.
And people who have watched my channel know this is I've been saying the best buy, Leclerc, Charles Leclerc for Ferrari. Most recent sale I found was a Sapphire for 80 USD. This sale just screams being too low. And I'll keep saying it every time Leclerc comes up. People on Discord will hate me because I always try to push it, but this price is too low, and I'll tell you why it's too low. When we look at Lando Norris and we look at George Russell, neither of these guys have wins, first of all. That's a big thing. Not proven to be race winners. Do I think they're both win in the future? Absolutely. I think they'll win in the future, but they don't drive for name brand Ferrari. If you ask a casual person, an F1 team, first one Ferrari. They have the legacy of Schumacher. They have the legacy of Prost. This is just the way you go, I think, if you're looking for the best buy. $80 is too low. I'm gonna keep hammering it. It's too low. It's too low for how good Leclerc is. Next season, very real shot that Ferrari is contending for race wins again. And if that's happening for race wins, and if Lewis Hamilton is in a title fight with Leclerc next year and Verstappen, we see this 80. We'll even compare it to Verstappen. This card should be at least worth half of Verstappen, at least. And the fact that it's worth almost a quarter, a little more over a quarter, I'd say maybe a third. A third of the price is ridiculous for how big of a talent Leclerc is. I'll keep saying it. This is the guy to buy.
So yeah, so with my fortune hat on now, after saying to buy Leclerc, I think I will be giving some predictions, and based off of those, these are 100% going to hit. But no, I think I'll give a few predictions of what I would buy now if I had money, because I think that's always the funnest thing to be doing. Oh, forgot to mention, hobby boxes, way up. They started in February at 22 and 19. Now they're at 29 and 34. So these boxes are just going to keep going up and up and up. Not much for me to really even touch on with those. I bet they get over 4,500 to 6,000, somewhere in that range by the end of the year. They're so hard to find, but yeah. So there are a few names that I've been looking at recently that have been really sticking out to me as good buys. The first one I like as a value play which is weird saying because he's expensive, is a Verstappen. I like where Verstappen is at with his price at 900. I mean, this is still, I would like to be a little bit less than this. Like, if I could find anything from like under 850, I think this is a good buy. And that's because Leclerc at 1450. I hate to do this because I talked about buying him so much, but he's way too high right now. He has what, 4 career wins about. He's only won races from pole. Any race he's not started on pole, he hasn't won. So this price at 1450 is so ridiculously high. It's practically almost the price of a Hamilton, and that in of itself is just absurd to me. So I think Leclerc is the first one I'm really going to be keeping an eye out on. Or sorry, not Leclerc. Verstappen is going to be the first one I keep my eye out on going forward. Next one going forward, I've talked about this guy for since Leclerc, so I'm gonna keep touching on it. I think Sebastian Vettel right now is currently the most undervalued driver in F1 with how many wins over his career. I don't really care that he's not performing at Aston. The Aston car is awful. I mean, he's doing better than Stroll every time, so he's doing what he can on that car. So I think he's a really good buy if you find some portraits from 2020 or 2021, some nice color. I think that's a really, really nice buy. You're gonna have to wait a longer for potential wise. This will be a longer term hold, but with Vettel, I don't really mind that whatsoever. And then the last one, I don't have his prices, so I want to kind of check some stuff before I am 100% on this. But I think you could go Yuki as an interesting play if you find him cheap enough. I don't know how cheap Yuki is right now, so I don't want to say to him, but I would keep an eye out for him, see where he has been in the past and where he's at now. He's looked pretty well in the AlphaTauri. He kind of had this thing last year where any track that F2 race that he did really well on is because it was his second time there. First time was bad, so I expect him to take some nice steps up this year based on those factors. So yeah, I think if you're going to be looking to buy some people in the near future, Verstappen's a great bet. I wouldn't be surprised if he passes Leclerc in the title race in a week or two with how Ferrari's iconic struggles. I mean, none of it was really Leclerc's fault today, it was his, but always fun to put blame on Ferrari messing something up. So that's all I have here. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to say because I haven't posted in a little bit. We're coming up on finals week for myself, so after finals are done for me, you can expect a lot more content from me. I'll maybe try to do, oh, I don't want to say I'll do one. I know I'll do a video after finals for sure, but we'll see kind of how that goes. Hoping we can get through that pretty easy. I think in the near future we could also potentially do another pickups video, a quick one. So if you want a smaller pickups video for maybe 4 to 5 items, let me know and I'll get one of those out there because I can get one of those videos done pretty fast. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed looking at this chart, seeing where F1 has kind of just been going off. I think I also have a video idea of I'm gonna be pulling from other people, but just I want to do like a year, like stretching back to last year where those prices are at and where they're at now. I think that'd be a fun video to show what people were buying stuff at the National, at other shows when they're really cheap. So hope that sounds fun for you. Thank you guys for 200 subs. I should have said that in the beginning. It's awesome to have 200 subs for the channel. I really appreciate the support you guys have given me. Just my fun passion project. But yeah, hoping to get some bigger people on the channel in the future after finals. I have a few names in mind, so we'll see if those hold up. Yeah, hope you guys are having a great day and you have a good one. Talk to you guys later. Bye.